Hey there, yes, you. Are you single, over 40? And does some part of you deep down feel stuck? Like maybe, just maybe, life hasn't quite turned out the way you planned? What if I told you there's a simple, almost ridiculously easy, a trick that could help you grab the pen and start writing a brand new electrifying next chapter? Stay with me. Because what you're about to hear isn't just another piece of advice, it's a lifeline. It could be the restart you've been so desperately, quietly seeking. Let's discover this after the intro.
Mindsmith.
Let's be brutally honest for a moment, just between us. Being a woman, single, and navigating life after 40 in today's world, it's a unique kind of battlefield, isn't it? There's the loneliness that can creep in, even when you're surrounded by people. There's that quiet hum of societal pressure, the subtle and not so subtle questions about why you're still single, the pitying looks, the unsolicited advice from people who have no idea what it's like. Are you tired of it? Tired of the well-meaning but utterly clueless advice? The just put yourself out there, or it'll happen when you least expect it. Please, as if it's that simple. You've put yourself out there, you've waited, and maybe, just maybe, you're tired of waiting for life to happen to you. Maybe you look in the mirror some days and see the echoes of past disappointments, heartbreaks that still sting, dreams that got shelved, that nagging question, is this all there is? It's a heavy weight to carry, isn't it? The world wasn't exactly designed to celebrate us, the unapologetically single woman over 40. But what if I told you that your power, your real power, is just waiting for a 5-second countdown to be unleashed? Now, you've probably heard of Mel Robbins. She's not some airy-fairy guru floating on a cloud of positive affirmations. She's a straight shooter, a woman who's faced her own rock bottoms, career, finances, marriage, anxiety, and clawed her way out, not with complicated theories, but with shockingly simple, actionable tools. And one of her most powerful tools is something so simple you might even dismiss it at first. Don't. Because this little thing, it's a giant slayer. It's called the 5-second rule. And it's exactly what it sounds like. The moment you have an instinct to act on a goal, a desire, a need to change something, you have 5 seconds. 5 seconds to physically move, or your brain will kill the idea. It will talk you out of it with fear, with doubt, with a million excuses. So, what do? You count backwards. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then you go. You physically move. You take action. It's a starting ritual that breaks the habit of hesitation, of overthinking, of procrastination. Mel explains that counting backwards distracts the part of your brain that wants to sabotage you, that pesky prefrontal cortex that loves to overanalyze, and activates the part that's wired for action, your basal ganglia. Think about it. How many times have you wanted to speak up in a meeting, approach someone new, start that workout, make that call, and then you hesitated? And in that hesitation, the moment was lost. The 5-second rule is about hijacking that moment of hesitation. Now, why is this rule so incredibly potent for us, for women navigating single life after 40? Because let's face it, we've accumulated a few more layers of stuff, haven't we? Years of conditioning and perhaps some ingrained self-doubt, the echoes of past failures or criticisms. We might have routines that have become ruts, fears that have had longer to take root. This isn't just another self-help fad to add to the pile of books on your nightstand. This is a neurological hack. It's a way to cut through the noise, the baggage, the what-ifs that can paralyze us. For us, women who've seen a thing or two, who are carrying a bit more baggage, perhaps, but also a hell of a lot more wisdom, this rule isn't just helpful. It's a freaking game changer. It's about reclaiming your agency, one 5-second decision at a time. Okay, so let's talk about restarting. That word can feel huge, can't it? Especially when you're doing it solo after 40. Maybe it's the thought of dating again after a long break or after a painful divorce. The apps, the awkward first dates. It's daunting. Or maybe it's a new career path, going back to school, or even just trying a new hobby where you don't know anyone. The fear of the unknown, the fear of judgment, the fear of failure. It can be a wall, but the 5-second rule is your sledgehammer. That dating profile you've been too scared to create, that networking event that makes your stomach churn, that art class you've secretly dreamed of. It's about breaking down those overwhelming new beginnings into tiny 5-second actions. Each action builds momentum. Each action chips away at the fear. Oh, that inner critic. She's a loud one, isn't she? Especially after years of practice. The voice that tells you you're too old for that, not good enough for this, that it's too late to chase that dream. And then there's the external chorus, the societal script that still, even now, tries to tell us our worth is tied to being partnered, or to looking a certain way, or to having achieved certain milestones by a certain age. This is where the 5-second rule becomes your shield and your sword. That nasty thought pops into your head. You'll probably just embarrass yourself. Replace it with an action that proves it wrong, even if it's just getting out of bed and putting on an outfit that makes you feel good. The pressure to conform, to explain your life choices. You don't owe anyone an explanation for living your life on your own terms. Use the rule to physically turn away from conversations that drain you, to close the article that makes you feel inadequate, to choose your peace over their noise. Remember who you were before the world told you who you should be, before responsibilities piled up, before heartbreaks happened, before you started putting everyone else's needs first. What did she love? What lit her up? Maybe there's a business idea you've had simmering for years, a book you've wanted to write, a country you've yearned to visit, or maybe you don't even know what your passions are anymore because they've been buried for so long. The 5-second rule is your excavation tool. That urge to research that business idea, the desire to write, even just one sentence, the curiosity about a new subject. It's about taking those tiny, almost imperceptible nudges from your soul and acting on them before your logical brain dismisses them as frivolous or impossible. Those small actions are the breadcrumbs leading you back to yourself and to a life that feels truly yours. Now, Mel Robbins herself will tell you, the rule is simple, but using it consistently, that's not always easy. There will be days you don't want to, days your fear feels bigger than your courage, days the old habits of hesitation are strong. But here's the truth. Every time you use the rule, you're casting a vote for the woman you want to become. You're building a new muscle, the muscle of courage, of action, of self-trust. Think of Sarah, who used the rule to finally leave a job that was crushing her soul at 45 and is now freelancing and happier than ever. Or Maria, who at 52 used it to start going to a dance class alone and found a whole new community and a love for movement she'd forgotten. These aren't fairy tales. These are the real results of small, consistent acts of courage. It's about understanding that you have the power to change your internal state and therefore your external reality in just 5 seconds. And that, my friend, is incredibly empowering. So you've got the rule. You see how it can help you face fears, silence critics, chase dreams. It's a powerful mechanism to interrupt self-sabotage and launch you into action. It's the engine for your restart. But what if I told you there's one more piece to this? One crucial element that, when you combine it with the 5-second rule, transforms it from a simple productivity hack into a profound tool for self-healing and radical life transformation, especially for us, as women who are rewriting our own narratives after 40. Mel Robbins champions action, yes, but there's an underlying current in her work, a foundational truth that many people miss that makes all the difference. It's not just about doing the thing. It's about what happens inside you when you do it and how you acknowledge that shift. This is the part they don't always emphasize, but it's the part that will change your entire relationship with yourself. And that, my dear, is the ultimate restart. Here it is, the most important piece of information I can share with you today, the secret ingredient that makes the 5-second rule truly life-altering, especially now, at this stage of your life. It's not just about the courage to act, it's about the compassion and celebration you offer yourself immediately after you act. Think about it. For years, maybe decades, you've been your own harshest critic. You've minimized your achievements, brushed off compliments, focused on your flaws. When you use the 5-second rule to do something brave, something scary, something new, even if it's tiny, you must follow it with an internal or external acknowledgement of your courage. You must become your own biggest cheerleader. This is where the spirit of Mel's other work, like the high five habit, comes into play. Even if we're just focusing on the 5-second rule today, it's the attitude of self-endorsement. You made that difficult phone call, and then, instead of immediately dissecting what you said wrong, you take a breath and say, "Wow, I did that. That was brave." You went to that social event alone, and then you internally high-five yourself for showing up. After 40, after all the knocks and the lessons, you don't just need a push to get going. You need a relentless, unwavering internal champion, and that champion has to be you. Every time you use the 5-second rule and follow it with this active self-acknowledgement, you are literally rewiring your brain for self-worth. You're teaching yourself on a cellular level that you are capable, you are courageous, and you are worthy of your own praise. This isn't about ego, it's about rebuilding a foundation of self-love that may have eroded over time. That is the most profound restart of all. So what's it going to be? What's that one thing, just one, that you've been putting off, hesitating on, talking yourself out of? Maybe it's as small as texting an old friend or as big as looking into a new career. I want you to pick that one thing right now. And then I want you to use the 5-second rule. And when you do it, when you take that action, I want you to consciously, deliberately give yourself credit. Acknowledge your own bravery. Then come back here. Share in the comments below what you did. Not for applause, but to declare it, to own it, and to inspire other amazing women here to do the same. Let's create a ripple effect, a wave of fearless action and self-celebration starting right now. Your life right now is not a dress rehearsal. It's not on hold. It's not waiting for someone else to give you permission to live it fully. The power to restart, to redefine, to reclaim your joy, your passion, your purpose, it's already inside you. The 5-second rule is just the key to unlock it. And that fierce, loving self-champion, she's in there too, waiting for you to give her the microphone. It is never, ever too late. You are not too old. You are not past it. You are right on time. Right on time to and build a life that makes your soul sing. A life that is unapologetically, fabulously, fearlessly yours. Now go do it.